It's Wellness Wednesdays with Dr. Nancy, providing helpful tips on how to live your best life now. Hello, everyone. It is Wellness Wednesday. I hope your day is off to a wonderful start, and let's get to it. Today, we are going to talk about our helpful tips on how to live your best life. Today, we're going to talk about health is your wealth. And I often say here at Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine, individuals are going to pay for either one of two things in life, and it's their health or their illness. And you get to decide and choose, right? I know that healthcare is expensive, but getting ill and not having your health and having to fight back when you're behind the eight ball can be even more challenging. So today we're going to talk about how to live your best life through healthy habits. So it's top essential necessities on how to live life. And health is so important. When you have your health, then you are able to perform at peak levels. You're able to be present. You are able to be in the right mindset to make choices for yourself, for others. You are at your optimal peak level so that individuals can get your overflow. So what does that look like? All right, so I say, let's start this timer. I say some of the essential things that you necessarily need to have in your life to have health, that is wealth, is life insurance. Not all of these things are in any particular order, but having a great life insurance plan really can improve your wealth status. Not so much for, say, you, but potentially, right? So life insurance is really a policy for individuals that can benefit when you're no longer around, or even when hard times may come or an illness may develop, you can tap into your life insurance to actually help you pay for some of those expenses that are unexpected. The next thing that I say that everyone really needs is a great lawyer in their life, right? Because you never know when a situation may arise. Say I'm a business owner, I have a lawyer, I have insurance, liability insurance. And if someone was injured on my property, in my place of business, I would need to seek counsel on how to, best practices to resolve that issue. So that's so important. And there's so many different types of lawyers, as you know. For individuals that work in corporate America, may be very different from an entrepreneur that owns their own businesses, entities, intellectual properties, trademark attorneys, mediation lawyers, all different types, but very essential to your health, because you as an individual would be stressed. And my motto with stress is just one word: stress kills, right? So we really want to, as individuals, keep stress very low in our lives, particularly in the areas that we can control. Now, I can't say you're on the 101 and someone's ripping by you doing speed limit of 101. That can be stressful, and that's not a whole lot that you can do about it. But certain types of individuals or energies or situations that you can foresee, that you can avert to live a better quality of life and to keep stress low, is so much more healthier. Do you know that with stress, your cortisol levels can go up? And with stress, anxiety, you can have thinning of your hair, irritable bowel, you can have irregular breathing, You can not be thinking clearly. We call that fogginess of sorts. So anxiety can manifest itself in many different ways. You can break out in a rash. Many of my patients have come to me and said, hey, I'm not allergic to anything. I've got this rash. What is it? And after, consultation and talking, sometimes these rashes can just happen because of anxiety and stress. All right, so what do we have next on the list? I would say financial planning. That's so important too, as an individual, a family, a corporation, an entrepreneur. Financial planning, strategically setting aside dollars, diversifying your portfolio, having a great accountant, investor, banker, CPA, or bookkeeper in your life is to keep everything in order. That would keep stress low in your life. I know that as I mentor other entrepreneurial businesses, young individuals that are considering working on their own or for themselves, I say, you have to keep the entities separated. There's that commingling situation that can occur when you're just getting started and monies are coming in and it's tight and you're paying one for the other. So that's not a good situation. We've all been there. So, when you have a good bookkeeper, good financial planning, a CPA, they can keep you on track. The next on the list is, oh, wow, here we go. Health insurance, memberships, supplemental insurance, however you want to put it, it is very essential. Now, for example, Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine is out of pocket. We do take flex or health spending accounts, and those are pre-tax dollars set aside when an individual is a W-2 or works for an organization. And those dollars are set aside for like co-pays, prescriptions, hospital visits, like urgent cares, those kinds of things. So you as an individual have choices. You don't have to go into the marketplace to take out health insurance where there's a lot, these large deductibles that are out there, right? There are organizations, healthcare providers that have membership plans, concierge type medicines. And then there are other companies that supplement, like Aflac, for like hospital care or emergency type of care too. So look at your options and weigh. If you're paying thousands of dollars a month and really not accessing your health insurance, you may want to consider individual health providers that have memberships where you can see them so many times a year and you pay one upfront cost. All right, so what else do we have on the list here? Oh, mentors. All right, so I said these are all essential things that are necessary for health is your wealth, right? So mentoring, we have different mentors along our continuum of life. So I know that all of us can say we had our favorite teacher in grade school, middle school, high school. We've looked up to our favorite relative, our parents have poured into us. And, as we evolve through life, there's different levels and different types of mentors that are in your life. Some stay for a long time. Others you get for a moment in time and season. So just be sure that you are having someone that you can offload on, run some ideas by, to give you some information of whom you trust. What else do we have? Legal tax services, right? I talked about CPA bookkeeping, but taxes are so important. And you want to get reputable individuals or organizations that know the tax laws, know specifically the type of business that you have, and can really advocate for you on that level that you're going to get the biggest benefits from what it is that you're doing and the latest and greatest tax laws out there. I say another essential necessity that you'd have to have in your life so that you just maintain great health because it's your wealth, is staying aware of technology, science, laws, in terms of like, wow, artificial intelligence, that's a technology, money, like coin based, blockchain, stocks and bonds. Now, I'd say you don't have to be subscribed to a lot of these organizations, but you can follow people that are credible, that are tuned in and dialed in specifically to that. And they give you the Cliff Note versions, the highlighted versions of things that you really need to know. Because I know that we're all busy, but let's not forget to empower ourselves, to educate ourselves, to pour into ourselves, because ignorance is not bliss. It is not. And you have to go after it to get that information and be more aware. Fitness. So I would be remiss if I left out fitness and wellness. Make sure that you move most days of the week, 15 minutes or more sustained. Meditate, breath work, alone time, quiet time. Move. Know what your health status is. Know what that is. And if you've not gotten your annual physical examination with routine blood work, it's probably time to do that. So is that a beginning of the year type of thing? Or is that an annual thing on your birthday? You decide, but just make sure you stay on top of it. Every year, you should know your health status in terms of cholesterol, diabetes, know how your kidneys are functioning, your circulation. And it's not always about how you feel, right? Because you could feel on top of the world and inside dying. So it's just so important to seek out a healthcare provider and get your yearly examinations. And, if you're on those hallmark times, age 40, mammogram, female, age 50, colonoscopy, sooner if there's a familial history or history of disease in those areas, of course. And then I just want to tell you that the latest and greatest cancer early detection cancer screening test, Gallery, got this nice innovative award from Time Magazine, November 2022. And it picks up over 50 cancer screening tests. So I'm going to continue to shout at the tops of the mountain that there are ways that individuals can know what their status is in early stages of life, but the choice lies within you. So prioritizing your health will not only benefit you physically, but it will also enhance your productivity, happiness, and overall quality of life. And if you found this helpful, this Wellness Wednesday tips on how to live your best life, shoot me a note. Let me know how I'm doing. And if there's topics that you like to know and hear more about, I'm happy to deliver that information. And just be tuned to me bringing on some collaborators to talk about some other areas in their expertise on tips on how to live your best life. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back again next Wednesday on Wellness Wednesdays. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.